Peace. Think fast. And right quick, this kind of like, this think fast is like one of the moments where I had like a little aha moment or a little intuitive moment that was very blaring. So, I wanted to share with everybody. But basically, I was sitting here, rubbing on my green Aventurine. Matter of fact, a newbie to the team, you know what I'm saying? A oldie but new, but I always kept green Aventurine, but I had dispersed a lot when I made it out to Cali doing raps and stuff. So it's been a while since I had my piece, but got a piece of green Aventurine. As a matter of fact, give a briefing on the subject. As far as on the crystal, green Aventurine is like basically like it's honestly like quartz with mica or green fuchsite, which is like a mica inclusions on the inside of it. So in essence, it is like a quartz, with green fuchsite inclusion or green fuchsite or mica inside, but the name is green aventurine. You know what I'm saying? But basically, green aventurine good for connecting with the Devic kingdom. Uh, Good. Matter of fact, a great stone for dealing with abundance, but dealing specifically with abundance with money. A lot of things just generally speak abundance, prosperity. But green aventurine is good for good luck with money in general. Matter of fact, green aventurine is known to be a stone that you could put like in your little stash box of money or whatever, you know what I'm saying, wherever you keep the cash at, whatever. Green aventurine helps to make that more abundant. And also, in which about to tie into my story, green aventurine helps with electromagnetic pollution. It helps to keep you away. Matter of fact, actually, like with it being connecting to the Devic kingdom, is also like it's just basically dealing with nature and dealing with like keeping your energy zone clean, just like nature. Nature is clean. Nature ain't naturally have Wi-Fi in it and all this electromagnetic pollution. So like that nature aspect is embodied in the green aventurine. But yeah, it really helps to protect against electromagnetic energy, and it helps with keeping the body, healthy in essence. So basically, keeping that electromagnetic pollution away, to keep the body healthy. So here it is. I got my Shungite. Now, what had just happened was I'm sitting here playing with my green aventurine, and now I had because every now and then I like to revamp my knowledge on certain crystals. I went to a little site, pull up green aventurine, but I hadn't started reading yet. Matter of fact, and to plug a nice crystal site to look at, healingcrystalsforyou.com. But I'm sitting on that site waiting to go read, and I'm just playing with it. And now I got another word to use when talking about the way our spirit guides, guide us or whatever. It's not necessarily that something told me or a fairy said, hey, pick up that Shungite, but it was just the intuitive move. Like, say, for instance, something moved me to pick up the Shungite, and it's going to move you to do something without any regret or feeling torn, like should I or nothing. Like, you're just going to kind of like just be moved to do it, like those things that we do without even questioning that or like thought don't even pop up. You just do it. But something made me grab the Shungite and I'm holding them together. Matter of fact, it's a piece of elite Shungite. These are pieces that basically like 98% carbon. So basically, like I'm almost basically holding carbon in my hand right now. You know, Shungite. Matter of fact, but I'm holding it, and then I scroll to I go to holding it, and I scroll down reading a little bit more again about green aventurine, and then I get to a point because on the healing crystals for you, at the end of most of the descriptions, they always talk about the crystals that they work good with, and the ones that they really work good with will be even before that description. Will be in the in the main description, like, oh yeah, and these crystals work very good, but come to find out, Shungite was a crystal that works extremely good with green aventurine. Excuse me. Matter of fact, in combination, they're real good at like basically like in the detoxifying energy of Shungite and keeping the pollutants away, and that energy from aventurine that also does that, but also that natural energy from green aventurine. But it basically like keeps allergies away, like keeps your body immune system healthy and free of like allergetic symptoms. You know what I'm saying? Things that, matter of fact, because think about it, allergies, things you could get outside in nature. You know what I'm saying? But also being protected from it. You know what I'm saying? So those two combine and give you a very strong protection. On the immune system as far as like dealing with your health on a detoxification level, but just generally with these two for sure, dealing with keeping that like the allergy symptoms, you know what I'm saying, like that type of sickness, keeping that at bay basically. Matter of fact, was it something else? That's basically it, helping with allergy problems and just health problems in general. And Shungite basically amplifies the strength of your aura, you know what I'm saying? So basically, like when you have Shungite on you, it pushes out your field of protection like so many, feet, you know what I'm saying? And like, which I'm gonna get back to reading that book. I got a book on Shungite that gets down to the science and how they measure, like the field of a person's auric field and like the electromagnetic field, and you could see like how many feet, and matter of fact, and also see how the energy resonates within your chakras, the alignment with that. But it was just pretty cool that, and again, showing y'all how like intuitively, well, these things, like, and say for instance, think about as a human, you think you're too smart. What if these crystals controlling us? Like my crystal telling me move and do this. My crystal told me to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, which they do have influence over, things of that nature. Because in some cases, you might have an actual being resonating directly with a certain crystal. Or might be within the crystal. You never know, you know what I'm saying? But here it is, whereas human beings, we kind of be a little too smart for our own good as far as like I'm sitting here and thinking like, oh yeah, the thought, but who's to say that Shungite wasn't like, hey, pick me up, I work good with green aventurine, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the thought I picked up, you know what I'm saying? Like these things of vibrations, like they influencing you. And think about it, if I was a rock, I'd be throwing out the vibration like pick me up, you know what I'm saying? And you're wondering why, oh, I felt the urge to pick up this crystal. That's because the conscious intelligence of that crystal, you know what I'm saying, that vibration caught your consciousness and you felt it, and it's like, I don't know why, but really feeling like using green aventurine and Shungite today, or whatever the case may be. But crystals talk to you, man. But that was a cool experience, that, and which I always bring up dealing with crystals, where intuitively they'll speak to you, and intuitively they'll speak to you when it's the right time for them to be in your life. Like, like say for instance, where like if you in which, another case in point, green aventurine, like looking to get that flow of abundance, you know what I'm saying? You know, flowing a little more, steadily and a little more stably, you know what I'm saying? And which this is actually too. All right. Now really that's the crystals talking, all right. Picture that this green aventurine actually in essence talked to me, and that's why I actually purchased it and found it. You know what I'm saying? Because not only I was, intuitively I was kind of looking for that vibration of amplifying abundance, but I was just going, this basically it was in a big jar full of a bunch of like gates and jaspers just mixed up, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful big ones like this too. So, in comparison to find a little small one like this, you know what I'm saying? They had stones bigger than this. But anyway, I'm digging through it, and all of a sudden it was like the only little green, aventurine that I saw in there, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about getting stones for abundance. And I was like, all right, bam, you just showed yourself. You basically said, buy me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna buy it. So, showing you. So say for instance, as I'm doing this video, this crystal was constantly whispering in my ear like, yeah, after you finish telling the Shungite story, also don't forget, to tell a story about how you discovered, how you found me. Like it was a divine experience how you brought me also. So, so the crystal was basically prolonging me, talking so I could add that into this video also. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the universe works, man. The vibrations, bro. Everything is interconnected. We always communicating with each other. You know what I'm saying? Whether you lost your way and you don't know, you can't feel a vibration no more, that don't mean that these crystals and high vibrations are still speaking to you and, trying to get you to wake up or trying to, communicate with you. But yeah, like buying this crystal basically was like, again, but like intuitively just, came out like say, hey, pick me, I'm right here, you know. But that's how they work. But again, think fast, a little quick think fast. Matter of fact, not really about thinking, just wanted to share that situation. Matter of fact, it was to think fast for, either sharing something quick thought, quick situation, or something too really like, not think fast, sound like, not necessarily thinking, but just to bring it to the awareness right quick, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically it. If you're looking to amplify the abundance, especially like directly with financial abundance, money, you know what I'm saying? Green Aventurine is your stone. Matter of fact, and again, Green Aventurine is basically like like quartz with green fuchsite or mica, MICA inclusions inside. So so technically this is like quartz with an inclusion, but but then on the other hand, technically it is Green Aventurine also. That's the name they gave it. So peace, happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Right now.